Hi and welcome to Whisky Shared. You're watching my review of Ardbeg An Oa. I'm Toby and you're watching Whisky Shared. Welcome to my review of Ardbeg An Oa. This is my third Ardbeg core range whisky review. If you haven't seen the other two, I'll put a link in the description and you can check them out. This particular whisky is a non-age statement. It's a vatting of ex-bourbon, virgin oak and ex-Pedro Jimenez sherry casks, and it's 46.6% ABV. It's non-chill filtered and it retails for £49 in the UK. Should we find out what it tastes like? On to the whisky. So before I start nosing, let's have a quick look at the colour. I'd say that's like a light gold. This does potentially have added colour though. Let's start with the nose. Okay, so the first thing I get with this, as it's a peated whisky, is smoke. It definitely is quite pronounced. There's some burnt rubber. There's some sweetness like vanilla. There's some sea salt. I'm getting cider vinegar. I'm also getting like a fudge. I'm also getting green apples. Let's move on to the palate. Yeah, so this has got a really pronounced wood smoke flavour to it. It really is quite dominant on the palate. Obviously, you'd expect some sort of punchy smoke from a peated whisky, and this does not disappoint at all. There's also some sweetness that carries on once the smoke dissipates, and that sweetness is like vanilla and icing sugar. Let's have another sip. Yeah, so I'm getting a hint of burnt rubber. It's not off-putting, but it is there. I'm also getting some extra sweetness with caramel. And there's like there's a fizziness to this, very similar to what I picked up on the 10-year-old. But it's like a fizzy sherbet. And along with that, there's a sweet and slightly sour note from an apple cider. And there's a slight nuttiness from possibly the wood, but it's yeah, it's quite nice. In terms of finish, there's like ash, there's smoke, there's dry wood. It's quite a long finish as well. But there is like a little burnt sugar, reminds me of creme brulee, and there is some heat and pepper. In terms of value, well, this is £49 retail in the UK. It can be found a little cheaper from time to time. But for me, this isn't too far away from the 10-year-old. And the 10-year-old is slightly cheaper. The 10-year-old obviously has an age statement. It's still 46%, and obviously this is only less than 1% higher. I don't think I'm really feeling or tasting the benefit from the extra casks that this has been aged in. And it could be that there's batch variation because these are vatted together. So, you know, this could be a batch that doesn't highlight the maybe the PX casks very well. But I was expecting it to be a little bit richer, a little bit fruitier, maybe potentially even a little bit sweeter. So for my money, I'd pick the 10 over this all day long, but they aren't too far apart. Obviously, if there is batch variation, and obviously if you've tried this, let me know in the comments and let me know if your experience of this is quite different. But if there is batch variation, then maybe, you know, if this is the same price as the 10-year-old, this probably could be worth picking up again in future. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and if you haven't already checked out the other two, then please do. As I said, I'll put a link in the description. See you next time. Stauncher. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not give it a like or a comment, and please consider subscribing for more videos like this.